Okay, the D and the G strings are on. And the next one I'm going to do is the A string. Now we run into an interesting problem with cutting the long strings down, is that these are designed for longer basses, and the thickness of the actual string itself is too thick to comfortably go on the post. Looks like I can wedge it in, but not going to. To make up for this, on a regular size bass, they reduce the thickness of the string a little bit at the end to give some room for a thinner wrap. But I'm going to be cutting off, looks like a good foot. Yeah, I'm going to be cutting off quite a bit. I'm going to cut off probably back to about here, which means I lose this taper. So I need to recreate it way the heck back here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark where the nut and the peg are. That way I know that my taper has to be in there somewhere. And while I've got it, we'll go ahead and mark off where I'm going to end up cutting it. Okay, so I added a little bit of super glue here in between the nut and the peg, so that to hopefully keep it from unspiraling all the way down when I cut it and start pulling the wire off. So the next thing I'm going to do is cut it here and then pull one layer of the spiral off to this point. I've also pre-slid on a piece of shrink tube so that I can cover up any rough ends that may end up happening in this area. Alright, let's see how this works. Okay. Okay, well, this unspiraling is physically more difficult than the videos made it seem. I'm going to go struggle with this off camera and come back. Okay, the technique wasn't hard. It just took a lot more muscle than I thought it would. Bringing in the vice grips made a huge difference instead of trying to hold the end with regular pliers. So yeah, you're going to want vice grips for this. Check the length. Length is good. Gonna go ahead and cut off that extra wire. Good. I'm going to mash that point down nicely. And then come on up. With the shrink tubing. And I now have a new shortened string with the tapered end. I'm going to go ahead and get that put on the base.